It's September 17th, and we officially made it to lunar eclipse time. This is the full moon, supermoon lunar eclipse in the month of September. And I've been talking about what is the significance of this lunar eclipse, that this full moon, which is a feast day unto the Lord, and the Lord tells us to observe the new moon and the full moon. And he says in his word that the celestial bodies are for signs and for seasons, and that the feast days are observance days and special days to observe, and to we are to pay attention to what the Spirit of the Lord is trying to relay to us. This full moon eclipse is actually affecting Trump significantly, and how because of his time of birth, and how the stars are positioned, this eclipse is affecting him in the area of death and in the area of finances. And I found this to be very interesting because just a few days ago on Sunday was when there was an attempt at his life and to unalive him. And thankfully that did not happen. Once again, he's been protected and kept from death. But I just thought it was like really interesting that I have had this noted on my calendar for this date, Trump, how this eclipse is going to affect Trump. And I had it noted, will this eclipse Trump out of the race? Will they try to do another assassination attempt to get him out of the race? And sure enough, that is exactly what happened. And it only happened a few days before this eclipse, the actual day of this eclipse. And as I said, we will see the effects of this eclipse more strongly play out or manifest in our lives 2 weeks before, anywhere between 2 weeks before and 2 weeks after this eclipse. And sure enough, it was just a few days before this eclipse that what we saw in the heavenlies being revealed played out and manifested in the natural. And so, the heavenly bodies play a big role in being signs that reveal to us many details. And this is why God put them in the heavens in the beginning, to be for signs and to be for seasons, not only for humanity as a whole, but for us individually. When we are born, each one of us is born. The heavens are in a unique and specific alignment, and that alignment at our time of birth has an effect. It gives great details, just like a fingerprint is so unique to each person, and it is there is no one else with your specific fingerprint, and that fingerprint is used to identify you. This is the same for the stars, and how they can show the unique details and aspects of our life and of our personality and of things to come. They also can reveal the gospel. They do reveal the gospel. And the ministry of the stars has been so misunderstood and misrepresented because this wisdom has fallen into the wrong hands. But the kingdom of heaven is restoring this ministry to humanity in its undefiled form. I like to say that, a cutting knife, it's good. When you use it for its intended purpose, it is good, it is helpful. But when a cutting knife gets into the wrong hands, when it gets into the hands of a psychopath, then that knife becomes a tool for evil. It doesn't make the tool itself evil, but because it's in the hands of someone's mind who is evil and under demonic influence, it is misused. And in the same way, the heavenly bodies, they were created in the beginning, they were created good, and for signs, for seasons, to declare the glory of the Lord, to keep track of times and seasons, and to reveal even the Messiah, to give forth influences to humanity. And it's been obviously mishandled. And that's because the powers that be understand that this ministry of the heavenly bodies is very revealing and powerful. This is a ministry that Enoch understood, that Abraham understood, that Daniel understood. And Daniel was the one who taught the Magi how to track the star of our Messiah in the heavens. And this is how the Magi were able to deliver the Messiah: gold, incense, and myrrh. And so the ministry of the stars is not evil, but it is how it is represented to the people, and how people use it. So obviously the wicked will use what is holy and pervert it every time. So God is restoring this ministry, and there's a lot that can be taken, and a lot of wisdom that can be used for good if we'd be open to it.